What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video today, and in this video I have another unboxing. The Waffle Man has made his return to the channel, as he had this sitting on the website for quite a while, and I'll admit that this model has been on his website several times, but I've passed up on it each time up until now. So with the recent releases having been the most exciting, I figured, why not get this now, just get this over with. So that way I don't have to try to hunt this baby down later when I actually need it. So of course it's another Retro FSD model, as you can probably tell from the thumbnail, showcasing the model itself, which is all wrapped up in this beautiful newspaper. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the Aeroclassics 1:400 scale Braniff International Airways Convair 440. Very excited to have this model, and it looks like we do have a little business card in there from the Waffle Man. You can kind of see it just behind the plastic cradle. It actually does come out just like that. So there is the business card for Waffle Collectibles, in case you haven't been made aware of him yet, but I'm sure many of my viewers are familiar with Waffle Collectibles, so there's, again, the back of that business card. Use code Facebook for 10% off any orders, so I'll have to use that next time I buy from him. With that said, let's head up to the studio and we'll unbox this model. And here we go for the unboxing of the Aeroclassics 1:400 scale Braniff International Airways Convair 440. So Braniff flew these planes into Sioux Falls throughout much of the late 50s and into the early 1960s, so they have been a very critical asset to the Retro FSD project. And with that, I will basically have every Braniff plane minus the BAC-111 that I need for this project. So I'm very happy about this acquisition, and I'm glad that I finally got this, because as I said before, this model has been on Waffle's website on numerous occasions in the past. Either I didn't get it in time, or I decided not to get it and I passed up on it. So glad that I finally have it here for you guys. So this is the front of the Aeroclassics box with the Aeroclassics logo and your Convair CV440 Metropolitan titles on the bottom. And then there's a sticker showcasing the aircraft model information. There's a side with a blueprint of the Convair, and then there's Waffle's database thing, which he tries to put right there, but obviously the sticker doesn't fit. There's the right side, and then again the top side, and there's the back of the box. Now, the last time that I unboxed an Aeroclassics Convair, it didn't go so well. My Western Convair had a broken main landing gear, which I was able to glue on with a very tedious process. But hopefully this one is intact, because I do not want to go through that pain again. And I'm going to be kind of busy later today, so I'm not going to have time to do it anyway. And I have good news to report, is that both of the landing gear are attached, and also the nose gear, of course. We are looking good. Take this beauty out. Here we go. Whew. Very nice. Happy to finally have this. And here she is, the Braniff Convair 440 by Aeroclassics. Starting up at the front, we've got a red-orange area with the Braniff titles, and of course the cockpit windows up above that. The nose gear, which is very tall, very slender at that. And then we have a little door right here. I don't think that's a boarding door, because this door in the back looks more like a boarding door for passengers, so not sure what this door was used for. You got the engines with the fleet number printed on the engines. That's a first. 432 in this case, the last three letters of the registration. Got the Braniff International Airways titles above the very deep blue, the navy sheet line. Flying Braniff, and then a registration November 3432 in between that. And then, oh yeah, you can also see a little Braniff insignia just underneath the tail and behind the rear door. Now we'll flip it over to the other side, which is basically going to be the same. Nothing too much differs there, but you do have a smaller rear boarding door on this side of the aircraft in this case. Full front profile view as well, I'll go ahead and give that, and you can kind of see the size differential with the Convair, with the fuselage and the wings. It's a very unique looking plane. I kind of like the Convair. So here's a top view of Aeroclassics' Convair mold. There's a little red dot there for the beacon light, and then on the underneath as well, an all metal paint along with a stand hole, which unfortunately they don't come with stands, but what can you do? Looks like the stabilizer's slightly loose fit, but definitely not going to come out. I mean, I can try and wiggle them real quick. But yeah, that's not coming out, so that is glued in tightly. That may just be how the mold is. And there it is, the Braniff Convair 440. Very happy to finally have this model in my collection. I've got a very nice collection of Braniff Eldorado airplanes. Got the DC-3, the Convair, DC-6, and of course the L-188 Electra from Gemini Jets, which this particular livery wouldn't have flown into Sioux Falls. Based on the timetables that I have found that information in, it would have been with the Jelly Bean livery, which I do have already. And as I've said, the last Braniff plane that I need for Retro FSD is going to be that BAC-111 in that Jelly Bean livery. Doesn't matter what color it is, whatever color I can find first, that's what I'll get here the next time one pops up either on Waffle Collectibles or if there's one on eBay for a pretty good deal. Yeah, the Eldorado, it's grown to become one of my favorite Braniff liveries. Really, the last aircraft that I'm looking for in this livery would be the 707-227, and that is a very beautiful looking plane. So hopefully I can find one at some point, or if Aeroclassics is willing to revive their 707 mold and bring that back, re-release a Braniff 707, because I know they've done one in the past, that would be awesome. But I'm not going to hold my breath on it, because Aeroclassics, they usually don't re-release super popular subjects, even though they did do a Pan Am 747 and a BOAC 747 recently, which I know they have done before, probably with slightly different livery variations nonetheless. That'll do it for this video. With that being said, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.